I am dating a white man. This man tells me he loves me. He even tells me in Igbo. I thought he loves me. He travels a lot, so we see mostly on the weekends. The relationship has pretty much been drama-free until last week. Last week, Oga said his best friend wants to have sex with me. I thought he was joking and offered to get one of my friends for him, but he insisted that it had to be me and that he was going to pay me $3,000. He said him and his friends share their women. I really miss you. I don't really have anybody here. You're the only one I have. I don't want to cheat on you, all these other white women over here. So please just put on this massive studio lights. Just mount the $100 tripod I just sent to you on this massive DSLR camera and let's live stream, and you just do all these things to yourself. Can you guys imagine? These are things that actually happen. Hi guys, welcome back to True Tales and Thoughts. So today we're going to be reading some stories about people's dating issues from the Instagram page joroolumofin. If you want to follow Joro on Instagram, I'm going to put the link to his page in the description box below. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. First story says, I am dating a white man. I thought he loves me, but he asked me to have sex with his friend for $3,000. I have been dating a white man for about 8 months now. He says he loves me. We met here in Nigeria. He travels a lot, so we mostly see each other on the weekends and on some weekdays. I have even spoken to his 9-year-old son and the mother on a video call. He is also very kind to me. He loves moi moi, gari, and milk more than anything. Most of the relationship has been tutorial on Nigerian culture and all, but he's cute sha. The relationship has pretty much been drama-free until last week. Last week, Oga said his best friend wants to have sex with me. I thought he was joking and offered to get one of my friends for him, but he insisted that it had to be me and that he was going to pay me $3,000. Joro, $3,000 na 5 million naira. God oh. He said him and his friends share their women, and if both of us are serious, his friend has to have sex with me. I tire. I shock. This man tells me he loves me. He even tells me in Igbo that he loves me. How can someone who loves me ask me to do this? I don't know what to do. He has given me a lot of money and I have my own business, so the money is not my issue. But I have been thinking about it. How can someone who claims to love me ask me for this? I have to make a choice this weekend. Please advise. Well guys, this is appalling. There is one thing in this story that might seem insignificant but really stood out to me. And that is the fact that she said most of their relationship has been a tutorial on Nigerian culture. That is quite strange. You know, whether we want to admit it or not, there are a lot of foreigners that go to Africa to run ex-workers rings and get corn videos from these girls. The other time I was on a Kenyan platform, there was a discussion going on those platforms about how girls are recruited in the name of online distant relationship, dating app relationships to perform outrageous acts on themselves for corn purposes. You guys, we have to be very creative. When I say corn, I suppose you get my drift. In essence, how this works is that they are long distance, predominantly white boyfriends or fiancés or whatever they've decided to call it, would send them parcels of different types of X toys. Different, like the machines, the rubber, just different kind of X toys, guys. So they will send them these X toys and request that specific acts be performed in front of a camera, well lit. So basically, these girls set up a whole studio to perform these acts. They will claim that, oh, you know, I really miss you. I don't really have anybody here. You're the only one I have. If you don't do this for me, who else am I going to turn to? You're the only person in my life. I'm not going to cheat. I don't want to cheat on you, all these other white women over here. So please just put on this massive studio lights. You know, just mount the $100 tripod I just sent to you on this massive DSLR camera and let's live stream, and you just do all these things to yourself. Can you guys imagine? These are things that actually happen. So that particular statement really made me feel like this is a case of recruiting people for X work and corn production. It's really a thing. If you guys want, we can actually talk about this phenomenon in a separate video. But trust me, no matter how outlandish this sounds, it actually happens. That being said, personally, I would not advise her to do this because from the write-up, it clearly suggests that she is not willing to do it. Even if you're with someone and the person is your partner, I don't think you should be doing anything extra with them that you're not comfortable doing. It's supposed to be consensual. You're supposed to be doing it willingly and happily. When it comes to the point where you're being asked to do something that you don't feel comfortable doing, in my opinion, decline. I don't care how much money he's giving you. I don't want to know how much it is that he has invested in you. I don't want to know how much you think you're in love with him. Decline it. And if that is what it would take to break your relationship, then just know that the relationship was not strong enough to begin with. It was not built on solid foundation. This man is just suspicious, in my opinion. I know that there are some people out there that will have no problem doing something like this, but in this particular situation, it's clear that OP is not willing to do it. Another thing I would like to mention is that whatever thing this man is going to get from the interaction between this OP and his friend is worth more than that $3,000 he's willing to offer to her. I don't think anything in life is free, especially in situations like this. There is something that he's getting from you having extra intimacy with his friend that is worth more than $3,000. Even though I will not encourage OP to go ahead with this whole weirdness, because it's weirdness to me, in my personal opinion, it's weirdness. Whenever she's making her decision, I hope that she'll keep in mind that whatever thing this boyfriend of hers is going to get from the extra interaction between she and his friend is worth more to him than $3,000. He's not giving you $3,000 for nothing. Bear that in mind. So those are my thoughts on this one. Now let's go to the comment section and see what other people are saying. The first comment says, a white man can love you so much and still want you to do crazy stuff for him. That's how they are. They take it as normal. If you are a single mom, they might even tell you to violate your daughter and let them watch. That's how they are. If you can close eye and manage, then do it and collect the money. That's why I can't date white guys. The weirdness is too much. I don't think it's okay to generalize these things. I can tell you for free that white people come in every color. Yeah, so I don't think it's a matter of white people, you know. The next comment says, most white men follow black men for fetish reasons and kinks. Just know he never genuinely loved you. You are just an experiment for his fantasies. Yeah, I must agree that there's some white men that are like this, but we cannot generalize, can we? The next one simply said, it's a trap, mumu girl. The next one said, any white man who loves you will not ask you to do that. You say you are teaching him Nigerian culture, right? So tell him that in your culture, that's an abomination. If he insists, tell him never to bring it up again. Let him see your seriousness in it. I know, this is a very good time for her to be assertive. I don't know why she's indecisive. Clearly, you're not comfortable with this. You need to open your mouth and speak. And if that is enough for him to break up with you, then you keep it moving. Just accept the fact that that's how much love he had for you. And end it. Life moves on, doesn't it? The next one said, from your write-up, the only reason why you think he loves you is because he gives you money. Person way they use you satisfy fetish. Well, she said he's kind. She said he's kind. Guys, do you think generosity equals kindness? Let me know in the comment section. The next comment says, a few white people are with black people only for aesthetic and fetishism. Not all, but a few. A few white people are known for numerous sexual fantasies, sexual ideologies, and ways of life that only black people approve of. They are good ones too, though. The next one said, Madam, it's the money that is entering your eyes. Biko, if a Nigerian man did the exact same thing, you take it as a big insult. Now you're asking if it's culture to share with your best friend. In which planet can that ever be one's culture? You've already decided what to do. Go ahead and do it. Actually, yeah, we cannot deny the fact that most times black people, let's just say for instance, in this situation, right, black women are more indulging and understanding with white men. That's just a fact. Things that they'll not accept from Nigerian men, they'll be willing to bend over backwards for a white man. That is just a fact, guys. I'm telling you, that's how things work in Africa. We still have, in most African countries, right, we still have that mentality of white supremacy. I am sure that this is something that if her Nigerian boyfriend asks her to do, she'll most probably spit in his face and slap the hell out of him. But now she's considering it because it's a white guy. I wonder if she would consider it this hard if it was a black, probably Nigerian guy who asked her to do this kind of thing. In that case, she'll not be asking about culture. The next one said, I have so many questions. Are you sure they are not Gabriels? Gabriels. Is that gay? Is that a coded word for gay? Anyway, do you even know their health status and a lot more? You already know it's not right, but you're looking for validation. Let's validate her, please, sis. You know it's not right. Yes, indeed, it is not right. This one said he wants to test you and see if you'll be sleeping around for money and if you have been doing that before he marries you. What kind of bloody test is this? Don't ever test me like this. Anyway, the next one said, Dear Poster, your decision at the end of the day has very little to do with the white man, but a whole lot to do with your own values and standards. Exactly. So people can ask you whatever they want to ask you. Really. People can ask you whatever they want to ask you. People have the right to speak. It's a free world. But now the burden lies on you to draw the line and enforce your own standards and values. Yeah, that's true. This one says, to those saying that this is what white men do, I really don't get it. Do you live with them? Are you their parents or friends? I have lived in a white man's country for over 15 years and have a lot of them as friends and colleagues, but never hear of anything like this, ever. They are extremely protective of their women and would never be involved in such barbaric acts. This is no love at all. Run for your life before he ruins you. This man has an intention. Exactly. This is not clear at all. This one says, most white men do that and they will still be in love with you, but I'll advise you to act like you are not interested for a while and see if he changes his mind, because he might be playing games, because he knows Nigerian girls love money and they can do anything for money. To be very honest, if someone asked me to do this kind of thing, I would not even want to be with you anymore. It's a massive turn off for me. I would actually be the one to leave you. Because what it says to me is that our values don't align. Me, I'm quite conservative, to be very honest, and I don't entertain these kind of things. It's too much for me. So if you make this kind of request to me, I'll just feel like our values don't align and I'll probably be the one walking away from you real quick. Let's take the second to the last comment that says, have you considered he's putting you through a test because he's probably heard Nigerian girls are all about money and are not faithful? Whether he's serious or not, I would advise you to walk out of that relationship with any dignity you have left with you. The last comment says, for your own good, this is clearly a test of your so-called integrity. Don't fall for it. Tell him you can't do it. It's against your culture and beliefs. If he wants to leave you, then let him leave. Because a man home and abroad who truly loves you would not want to share you. Period. I know. Men are generally very territorial. We read stories here on Joro all the time when people will say, I cheated on my wife, she left me, and now she wants to get married, but I don't want her to get married. And then we'll be asking ourselves, what is wrong with this man? But you literally cheated on her, you left her. But they still don't want to let her go because they are like that. And I believe that a man who loves you would not find it funny if you're doing stuff with another man. But I guess there's some weirdos who don't mind. Do you think his behavior is normal? And if you're in this woman's situation, what would you do? Would you do it, take the money and leave him? Or would you do it so the relationship does not break? Or would you not do it, not take the money and just bounce and cut him off your life forever? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let's go to the next story. The next story says, pick up and let me know if you will marry me or not. Hi Joro, I'm here for a long story. My girlfriend follows you. Her pseudo is Funky. I've done a lot for Funky. We have been together for 2 years. I made a mistake and she decided to cut me off. Just a small mistake of cheating. I called her last week to tell her I will marry her and she's not picking again. I want to know if she'll marry me or not. Let me move on. That's all I want to know. I don't like being left hanging. You'll be left hanging. In fact, Funky, leave him hanging. Guys, are my eyes failing me or what? Is my brain not working or what? What is this person saying? You don't like being left hanging? Really? I pray that Funky leaves him hanging and never ever says a word to him ever again. Can you imagine the entitlement? What makes him feel so entitled to hearing back from her? And he minimizes the cheating by saying, I made a small mistake of cheating. Well, I'm sorry to announce to you that cheating is some people's deal breakers, and some people will not think twice before leaving you for cheating. Cheating is not just cheating and will never be just cheating. That is emotional abuse. The earlier some men start understanding this, the better. She has every right to cut you off and never say a word to you ever again. I don't understand how come you're so entitled to Funky's time. What makes you think that she wants to marry a cheat? Do you see how he tries to use the marriage card? I called her to tell her I'll marry her. What makes you think she wants to marry a cheat? Hello? What makes you think that she wants to marry a cheat? Are you kidding me? Most of the time, most of these cheating men feel that, oh, when they just dangle the carrot of marriage in front of women's eyes, they'll forget all about their bloody cheating ways and go ahead to marry them. Funky does not want to marry a cheat, okay? I don't think that you're going to use marriage to manipulate her. I hope that she's moving on, and I hope she will cut you off for the rest of your days. Wallow, cheat, wallow in uncertainty. That is what you deserve. Can you imagine the arrogance and entitlement? These kind of things piss me off. I don't know if you guys can tell. But anyway, let's go to the comment section and see what people have to say. The first comment said, you have pride. Instead of you to apologize, you're using marriage to emotionally blackmail her. You're not serious. This one said, your ego is definitely on another level for you to even sound this way. I hope she never picks your call ever. Go and marry who you cheated with. Oh my gosh, guys. I know these comments are just picking the words out of my mind. This one said, I like your ego. It's taking you places. Definitely not her parents' house. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This one said, on behalf of Pretty Funky, who knows her worth and deserves better, it's time to move on. Wish you the best, sis. Brotherhood and sisterhood are proud of you. Clapping emojis. This one said, you made a mistake. Aww. So your male private part accidentally ran into an oncoming pum pum. Wow. This one said, where did this man buy his audacity from? I know, it is the temerity for me. It is the temerity. Can you imagine? This one said, so because you mentioned marriage, the world should stop and start trembling. Trembling. Oh my god. The next one said, Funky, keep standing on business. This one said, life no hard now. Go and marry the girl you cheated with. Abi, I did not good for marriage. For the mumu girl, if you like, marry him. You go see 10 times worse inside marriage. In fact, infection fit by you for that marriage. By means. The next one said, you sound like your ego is the air you breathe. Your ego is supposed to let you know you don't need a wife so you can leave her alone. My God, I've never wished that someone does not pick their call like I wish that Funky would never. I wish Funky would never pick this phone call because this kind of people deserve to wallow in uncertainty. I hope she does not explain any damn thing to this egocentric idiot. This is pissing me off. And I also think that the reason why he sounds like this is because most Nigerian girls will take it. They'll just say, man's scarce, man's scarce. And they'll just take the cheating. Oh, he just made a mistake. He just ran into an oncoming pum pum and, he cheated. So, as men's scarce, let me just stay with my own devil that I know. That is what most Nigerian girls do. So he did not think that Funky was going to cut him off like this. He is shocked. That is why he's looking for closure. Funky, do not give him that closure. Please, for the sisterhood, don't do it. This one said, an unremorseful soul, red flag, don't marry him, please. The next one said, the fact that you don't even feel remorseful is a big deal for me. How can you cheat and still be boastful? Your ego, you will ruin someone someday. Better start begging her. Even if he begs you, Funky, do not accept because he will not change. He's begging you because he probably wants you as his wife, but he's not sorry for what he did. You will see 10 times worse in that marriage. The next one said, your ego is over the roof. So cause you did much for her, you can't apologize for cheating. Rather, you emotionally blackmail her using marriage. Rubbish. What makes you think she wants to marry a bloody cheat like you? We check him well, he's from Imo States. Well, I hope she never picks your call. Go and marry the person you cheated on her with. Please, guys, let's stop this. Cheats come from everywhere, in every shape, every size, every color, every financial situation. Let's just stop this tribalistic rubbish. Please, stop it. The next one said, LOL, you must think you are doing her a favor by mentioning marriage. Very stinking pride. The next one said, listen to how you sound. Na so person where they beg the sound. It's like you even have plenty of options. And if na Funky cheat, you go call am small. I hope she stands her ground. You sound like the gutter. Hey! People are coming for this guy. Like, they're not giving him breathing space, men and women. This one said, sounds like my ex. He came back a month after I decided to walk away, knowing a woman he promised marriage was living with him. After finding out a woman he promised marriage was living with him. Oh my gosh. He came and told me that we should forget the past and what's happening at the moment. If I ask you to marry me, will you say yes or no? I really wonder what makes this man think that women are willing to marry people like them. There's no iota of remorse. I guess I have an answer to my question. It's because most women would. They would. So it's a surprising thing for some of these gutter men to find out that some women are not willing to take their BS. So he goes on to say, he asked me, if I told you I want to marry you, will you say yes or no? I was just stunned. I did not even know what to say. So I asked him if I look stupid or desperate to him. Just remembering it now even triggers me. This one said, go and marry yourself, Mr. Ego. The next one said, is the audacity. You are an arrogant idiot. Jeez. I hope Funky knows that there will be a lot of premium tears waiting for her if she decides to settle down with, because you'll be nothing but a bundle of headache and emotional trauma. Imagine if she's been disrespectfully treated like this when she's not even your wife. What will happen when she legally becomes yours? Exactly. And Funky has seen that and she's running for her life. Here he is complaining. Oh, jeez, this is so dumb. The next comment says, if cheating is a male birthright because men are naturally polygamous, why are some of you men hurt when your significant other then moves on? Yeah, I mean, if you're the kind of man that feels like, oh, men are polygamous, I cannot control my pee-pee, so I have to cheat. That's good, but find someone who is willing to take your cheating. There are a lot of African women that can take cheating for years and years and years. Find somebody like that and traumatize her for the rest of her life, okay? But don't be angry when the consequence of your action comes. Be able to have the lever to deal with the consequence of your lifestyle. That's just how life works. You're an adult, you can choose your path in life, but at the same time, don't be surprised when the consequences hit you. One of the consequences is that some women that you think are valuable in your life and that might make good partners for you will walk away because cheating is their deal breaker. So be willing to deal with that. Be willing to deal with possible STDs. Be willing to deal with different things that come with cheating, right? Accept it with your full chest because that's the path you have chosen. It's that simple. Don't come and throw tantrums to us here on Joro. We are tired. Don't stress us. The next one said, you are very stupid and wicked. Look at how he's proud. Sister, if you can see this, run. Oh, marriage with this idiot will be hell. God forbid. Everybody, I've not seen one comment supporting this guy. Normally, it's always kind of 50-50 or 40-60. It's always at least one person saying, okay, guys, calm down. OP is so and so. But in this one, nobody. The next one said, not every girl is desperate for marriage. Using marriage to proudly blackmail her? Are you dumb? It doesn't work for some women, my guy. Go and act right and stop spreading your pride like a cobra. The next one said, it's the ego for me. The way you feel every woman is desperate for marriage, or you can emotionally blackmail her with marriage for me. Why didn't you take the step before now? Were okuro. This one said, cheating a small mistake. Make Funky better fly away. Oh my gosh, I'm living for this comment. I feel like I can just keep going. This one says, I can't say it enough. If people knew for sure that they are going to reap the fruit of their actions and get treated just the same way they treat others, chances are they would do and act better. Oga, you are still not remorseful or sorry for the small cheating. What is haunting you right now is that you didn't think she can ignore you this much. Meanwhile, I saw her yesterday and she's glowing. Sissy, please don't fall for this manipulation. Keep ignoring him. You dodged a bullet. When he's ready, you'll know. Yeah, man. I don't even want him to be ready. Let him not be ready for her. Let him go out there and keep cheating. And hopefully, Funky goes ahead to find a man who will truly love her, value her, and protect her with fidelity. Okay? Oh my gosh. This one said, really, you cheated and called it small cheating. If the reverse was the case, will you pick her call? The fact that you didn't even feel remorseful about the situation. Now, wow, men dish out what they can't take. Funky, I am proud of you. Exactly. That's the thing. If the tables were turned, he would not give Funky the time of the day. That's just the truth of the matter. He would not. But since Funky is a woman, and she's supposedly meant to be somewhat of a robot, as most of these cheating men think that their wives are, he expected her to just take it and endure. Ha! She should start enduring when she's not even your wife. I can only imagine what it would be like to be married to this idiot. Yes, he's an idiot. Let's take a second to the last comment that says, oh, Mr. Married, who told you that you can use only the promise of marriage to get a woman? We have passed that era, bro. You're so full of pride and ego. Small cheating, kwa. So cheating can be big and small. And I'm sure you've been doing it all through you've been together. It's just that your cup got full this time around. Funky, run ASAP as far as your legs can carry you and never look back, sissy. Thank God it happened now. And you've caught him before marriage. I am so glad. Please take time and heal your fragile, broken heart. You'll find the right man that God has destined for you in no distant time. Courage, sis. Good luck. Wow, the comments are... I'm living for the comments. And these are the kind of men that will say, we need to do like our mothers used to do. Why are these women not like our mothers? Why are they not like our mothers? Our fathers used to have concubines and girlfriends. Why can these women not be like our mothers? Oh, please. We have passed that era. Like this commenter rightly said, we have passed that era. Now, our mothers had their time, they had their faults. But this day and age, you need to come correct. If not, the women of this day and age are going to push you back to the gutter, the bottom of the barrel where you belong. I'm actually looking for a good last comment to crown this all up nicely. You guys know I choose these comments randomly. So, anyway, let's just take a random comment that says... Oh, I actually found one comment that is kind of defending OP. Wow, this is great. Let me read it. Bro, move on. She most likely was cheating on you as well. If you were ever a side dude, you learn one thing for sure. No woman in a relationship is a saint. She's been looking for a better option, and your action has just given her a justifiable reason to fully execute it openly. Do you see what a woman gets for knowing her worth and moving away from cheating? Do you see it? If she stays, they'll say, yes, it's good. You're a good wife material. Yes, be praying for him. Yes. Now that she's left, she's labeled not a saint. And you know what not a saint means? She's labeled a cheat. That's some African men for you. I would argue that it is more likely that a woman who stays with her husband, knowing that he is cheating, is also cheating on him. You guys, we can have this discussion in another video, right? Who do you think is most likely cheating? A woman who is staying with her cheating husband, knowing he's cheating, or a girl like Funky who has decided to leave her boyfriend because he is cheating? Who do you think is more likely to be cheating? I would say is the woman who is staying with a cheating partner. Trust me. That is why most of these men that think they are philanderers, some of their wives are doing the same for their own sanity. I'm telling you, for their own sanity, they are doing the same. Just, they might not do it openly like men, but they'll do it in hiding, to balance it out in their heads. I'm not saying all, by all means I am not saying all, but I'm saying that most times some women will be with their husbands and their husbands are cheating. They know their husbands are cheating and they seem to be very, very serene. Sometimes it's because they too are cheating. They are cheating for their mental sanity. They are cheating to feel like they have some kind of control. But this is a video for another day. Let me know if you want us to talk about this thing. Like, I'm willing to die on this hill. Just let me know. I'm actually quite happy that I found these comments because it's just a lot. There's a lot of things that we can talk about just from this one singular comments. But well, we can do a separate video on that. If you guys want to talk about these things in separate videos, let me know the topics. If you want to suggest topics, let me know down in the comment section. And have you ever been in this kind of situation before, where you were expected to swallow cheating as though you're a robot with no feelings? Women, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're a man, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So this finally brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to send us your stories, go to the description box, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to see our email and the instructions to guide you on the format of the email as well. Feel free to send us your stories to feature on the channel. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Give the video a big thumbs up before you leave. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.